Hey guys, welcome back to the Seoulite. It's the day after Christmas here in Korea. Some of you may still be enjoying the holidays and opening presents and spending time with friends and family. But here on Monday, Santa's helpers raided the homes of key figures in the Seoulite scandal. Alright, so we all know that Santa is not real, but what is real is an investigation that involves documents that may be at your house. A lot of the times in Korea, people who are under investigation have their houses raided because people know that's where the real good documents are. You don't store it at the office, apparently you store it at home or in other nefarious places, but most people only have their homes. If you have this web of intricate plots and lies, it's hard to keep track, so you have to write it down somewhere. I would think that if you're involved in this kind of corruption or bribery or all that, you just kind of keep it in your head. But who can keep track of all those wheeling and dealings that you've had, and also all of these shell companies and paper companies and whatnot? So there has to be some sort of a paper trail if you're too paranoid to keep it in the cloud somewhere digitally. So special prosecutors on Monday morning raided 10 places, including the homes of Kim Ki-chun. He served as the presidential chief of staff for President Park Geun-hye from 2013 to 2015. Also, Cho Yoon-sun, who is the current Minister of Culture, Sports, and Tourism, had her home raided as well. And if you remember way back in October, when I thought there was a bombshell announcement about so-called blacklist by the Ministry of Culture, I thought that would get the president impeached, and it was like, blip. Nobody cared. You know, I honestly believe that if you are doing bad things, whether a small thing or if it's all the way up to having a supposed best friend take control of the presidential office and use and abuse your power, I believe that there are signs along the road that warn you to kind of, hey, stop, you might be getting into trouble, you might want to check yourself before the universe really hands you one. For example, if there is a store or if there is some sort of restaurant that does a really bad job where I get ticked, I no longer get mad at them. I get really scared for them because I suddenly see this black curse on them. They're gonna go under. Because in this day and age, there is just a lot less room for any kind of shenanigans. People are really upset when they feel ripped off, and that can happen in a restaurant, and it can happen with who we put into the nation's top offices. So I think the critical warning came from this year's Busan International Film Festival. What came to greet it? Biblical proportion flood. Typhoon Chaba, do you remember? It just flooded all of Haeundae, and this was a film festival that was already racked in a lot of controversy. Then a week later, it came out that there was this blacklist by the Cultural Ministry, allegations of it, that was denied on October 19th around then, and that's when Moon Jae-in was being accused of being a communist. The Conservative Party looked like they were trying to nip Moon Jae-in's presidential chances in the bud. And then the next week, what do we find out? The Seoulite scandal erupts, and there we have it right before Halloween. Watch out for those signs. Watch out for those signs. Also, the National Assembly lawmakers who were involved in the investigation committee went to the prison that Seoul and two Blue House officials are currently staying at to try to get them to testify, but they didn't show up. They didn't show up to the National Assembly. They didn't show up to the little hearing room that they made in the prison. They're not required to. They say that they're not going to do it because it will conflict with the special prosecutor's investigation. We have the National Assembly doing their own investigation, and then the special investigation team set up through the prosecutor's office, which is at a higher level. It's called the Independent Counsel. These two bodies are doing investigations right now, and they're both trying to get enough evidence to try to get the president impeached. Thanks so much for watching. Always, we appreciate it. Bye-bye.